in the separate version of Enoch, we will be reading Enoch chapter 84 through 89.
After this, I saw another dream and explained it all to you, my son. Enoch arose and said to his son Methuselah, to you, my son, will I speak. Hear my word and incline your ear to the visionary dream of your father. Before I married your mother, Edna, I saw a vision on my bed, and behold, a cow sprung forth from the earth, and this cow was white. Afterward, a female heifer sprung forth, and with it another heifer. The one was black, and one was red. The black heifer then struck the red one and pursued it over the earth. From that period, I could see nothing more of the red heifer, but the black one increased in bulk, and a female heifer came with him. After this, I saw that many cows proceeded forth, resembling him and following after him.
So take a moment, reread that section, and just reread it over to yourself, maybe once or twice, because I had to do that.
So this is Shem, Ham, and Japheth?
This is prior to Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Oh.
I thought this word, my understanding is that the red one was Israel, the white ones were the other nations, specifically who the world called Edom or Edomites, who smite the red heifer being Israel, and that's I'm not going to take over, but that's my understanding.
So
actually, go ahead.
Alrighty, so just to give some more context, this is this dream covers basically time all the way until the new heaven and the new earth. This, we'll go and read ahead, and this is one of the few visions that he receives in chronological order. And so what he's talking about here is, actually, let's keep reading till the end of the chapter.
The first female young one also went out in the presence of the first cow and sought the red heifer, but found him not. And she lamented with a great lamentation while she was seeking him. Then I looked unto the first cow. Hold, let me put my spectacles on and stop trying to strain at it out of that. Hold on. Okay. Then I looked unto the first cow, until that first cow came to her, from which time she became silent and ceased to lament. Afterwards, she clave another white cow, and again clave many cows and black heifers. In my sleep also I perceived a white bull, which in like manner grew and became a large white bull. After him, many white cows came forth resembling him, and they began to cleave many white cows, which resembled them and followed each other.
So one of my favorite parts about this vision is things make sense, make more sense the farther you go on. And so the reason that I advise that everyone just like silently just reread over the specific parts we go through is because there's little hints that give the context of what Enoch's seeing. And so it'll become more apparent as we go into 85 and onward. But the 3 cows that he saw in the beginning were, the first cow was Adam. And the other 2 were his 2 sons. Cain and Abel. And so we look at the story that it tells and we start to begin what Enoch's seeing. He's seeing things from the beginning, and then he's going to go all the way to the point in which Messiah redeems everything.
And I know at one point he goes into Noah also, Noah and his sons.
And so Noah and his sons, they come.
Yeah, because I was reading that last night.
Yeah, they come in the next chapter. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go over this and just say who is what for me. You don't have to read the whole thing, just go over which character represents who.
After?
You don't have to read the whole thing.
Okay. Before I made it, let's see. And behold, the cow sprung from the earth, and the cow was white.
Who is that?
That is Adam.
Okay.
Afterwards, a female heifer sprung forth, and that was Eve, and with it another heifer. So that's the interesting thing, is if it's a female, it specifically mentions it being a female heifer. Although a male heifer is in English technically a contradiction of terms, because a heifer is a female cow. But the language doesn't differentiate that very well. And so the female heifer is Eve, and it came, and afterwards the female heifer sprung forth, and with another heifer, the one was black and one was red. And so the black heifer struck the red one and pursued it over the earth.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. So
black
that's
ones
where
came.
Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Okay.
Yeah. And from that, and so it goes on. And then it talks about how Cain grew in strength. And when we talk about strength in the biblical sense, it's never, oh, he had big muscles. Well, hardly ever he had big muscles. A lot of times it talked about how strong a family was by saying he had a lot of kids. Or large domain or area of authority. And so, and it says that's what happened with Cain. It says that he grew in bulk. And he had a lot of kids. And so we keep going down, and it talks about how Adam came to Eve, and they had other children after that.
This is here.
That is here towards the end of the chapter. Alrighty. Anybody have anything to add?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is there colors to them?
So that is the deeper study of which I still have to go through, because in this vision, everything's given, everything pictured is given according to their character. It describes something about them. And
What was
so,
the question?
why were there colors attached to
The cows and
the
heifers.
different cows and heifers?
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't represent their actual physical color. It represents their character. Yeah.
So I have another comment, is that the red heifer is used what? In the temple sacrifice? And does that have any significance to this?
That's a very good question.
I didn't think about that. That's pretty good.
I was thinking about
Okay. So we'll put that on the back burner and see if it plays out. Because I was looking at it as also the nation of Israel was chosen and then scattered and then brought back. Are you still there, everybody?
Yeah.
I don't know. My granddaughter just touched it. Everything went black. I can see an end time prophecy in this. I can see it playing out 3 different times historically, from Noah to the nation of Israel till the coming of the death of Messiah. I'm gonna mute real quick because somebody's competing. But I was just wondering, since scripture went through since it makes a point of naming the colors, I'm kind of like, yeah, they're significant. So
That would make sense, especially, so this dream would have predated the sacrifice for the red heifer.
right.
And so this would have been symbolism that would have been known prior to the command for the sacrifice. So so it would make sense that they would have had a better understanding of what the sacrifice meant because of having an understanding of their forefathers' vision, our forefathers' vision.
Right. And the fact that the red heifers had to be re-engineered during our time coming out of Sweden, because they actually went almost non-existent. So that's why I think it carries through to current time too also. That's why I'm thinking it might. I don't know for sure.
That's very
Okay.
that
What?
is
Now,
because the real quick the atonement sacrifice with the goat that's sent into the wilderness, the Azazel that's sent into the wilderness, also comes from Enoch, because Azazel was first sent into the wilderness of Deuteronomy and put a big rock on top of him and said, "Let all sin be ascribed to him." So that same sacrifice is replayed, or that same event in history is replayed as the atonement sacrifice.
And it wasn't just normal rocks. It was a bunch of very sharp, pointy rocks.
Right.
Very specific command. He is not to be
Right.
given any form of comfort at all.
Yeah.
Wasn't like the
'Cause I
big
believe- I
dead
think
rock
in the
laying
King
down
James
and
it says-
no, it had to stab into him.
Yeah, I think it says sharp and jagged rocks, didn't it?
Yep, and he said pile them on. So it wasn't like it was just one rock. No, he's like, I want a sharp mountain range over his body type thing.